Now, the video that you liked best, which I produced just over a year ago, was 10 style mistakes that instantly age you. So I wanted to give you an update on that for 2026. So let's get started. Hi, my name's Michelle Barra. I have been a personal stylist for 26 years and I'm here to help you build a capsule wardrobe that mixes and matches easily. Today, I've got an update on my most popular video, which was 10 style mistakes that instantly age you. So what I've brought together today is an update on the original video based on the experience that I've had with clients one-on-one over the last year. Number one, if you have followed me for a while, you'll know that I talk about this quite a lot, and that's wearing head to toe in really drab, washed out, muted colours. There's nothing wrong with having neutrals or muted colours if they work for you. But I guess what I'm trying to say to you is don't feel like you have to fade away just because you're over 60. The last thing that I want you to do is to fade into the background. Now, if you say to me, I don't like really bright, vibrant, like or neon colours, that's absolutely fine. But I would say don't be afraid of still exploring colour. It's so important. If you need help with that, by the way, just book in for a little chat with me. I'll put the link here and in the notes. Now, number two is another one that I commonly talk about, and that's hiding your shape under shapeless, baggy clothes. This is the most common mistake that I see. And the reason for that is often insecurity. And that makes me really sad. If you hide your body in really baggy, shapeless clothes, what you tend to do is add inches to areas that you're trying to cover up rather than making the problem better. So I always say, if possible, come in somewhere on your body and try to avoid those really big baggy jumpers or shirts or whatever it is that just hang straight off your bust and hang down, because you make yourself look much more boxy and you actually enhance the problem rather than combating it. If you need help with that, definitely book a chat with me. It's such a common mistake. One little tip is if you have a bit of a tummy and that's the area which people are trying to avoid clinging to, just come in under the bust and then gently skim over that area. Don't have excess fabric, bulky fabric or anything like that. And also try to go for matte, maybe darker fabrics in areas you're more conscious of. Number three is hanging on to clothes from 20 years ago. Part of a capsule wardrobe is trying to have your clothes last as long as possible. What I mean by this, it's not the thing that you bought 20 years ago that you still wear quite regularly, that comes out every year, that you wear over and over again. That is an ideal capsule wardrobe piece. It's the pieces that are in your wardrobe that you bought 20 years ago, you'd like to wear again, but you've not worn in probably 5 years. Now, if you've got them because you find them beautiful to look at, then maybe think of displaying them in some way rather than just having them hanging in your wardrobe, because nobody can see it. Nobody can see that item. You're not fully appreciating it. Maybe you could put it into a display box or hang it on the wall. But anything you've not worn in over 5 years that you bought 20 years ago, really question why you're not wearing. Is it because it doesn't fit? Have you been that size in the last 5 years? Are you working hard to get back to that size, whether it be put on weight or lose weight? And if the answer to that is probably no, it's probably time to either get rid of it or use it as some sort of a display if it's a really unique piece. Now, next up, number 4, is wearing black, drab black next to your face. Now, some of you, black will work for, but black is a really funny colour because once you get a little bit older, your skin can be slightly more translucent. And so that black reflects on your skin differently to what it did maybe 20, 30 years ago. Now, what I find is a lot of people hold on to black. And I understand why. It's easy, it's simple, it works in a lot of different scenarios. So all I want you to do is look at your colours and work out whether you think that black does feel a bit harsh on you. If you need help with that, book in for a little chat with me. I'd love to talk to you, can definitely help you with that and help you identify what would work. If you feel black is too harsh now, then I suggest you try replacing things with either chocolate brown, navy blue or charcoal grey. Each one of those will work slightly better with different people, but if you are on a budget, I suggest you try those colours close to your face in comparison with the black and see if you think it makes a difference. Because I would say probably around 30–40% of people who maybe would have been able to get away with black when they were younger might not be able to now. Some of you watching this will still suit black now, and that's absolutely fine. But black is definitely one that can really make you look sallow and older if you wear it at a time that it doesn't work for you. Next up is opting for sensible shoes. Now, there's nothing wrong in being comfortable. I've always been the person who doesn't like wearing heels. I can't walk in them, they cut my feet up, and I really admire anybody who does. But I am not the sort of person who wants to wear orthopedic shoes just yet. Now, if you do have to wear orthopedic shoes for a particular reason, or maybe you just like the comfort, that's absolutely fine. But I would look at some of the options that are available now where you can have different, more modern looking styles, but that still have that support and that comfort that you're looking for. Because there's nothing like an orthopedic looking chunky pair of shoes to make you look a lot older than you are. So maybe look for something that's got a little bit of a quirkiness about it that still gives you that comfort. Next up is necklines and sleeve lengths. This is a lot down to the individual and your personal taste and how you feel about your own body. But high necklines, very high kind of boxy necklines, particularly if you're quite big busted, can make you look very boxy and square at the top. So sometimes it's worth having a little bit of a scoop neck, maybe something that's not too low. You want to have something that comes down a little bit at the front. That will draw the eye down your body without revealing too much on your chest if you're conscious about that. The other thing now is sleeve lengths. Some types of sleeves, depending on if you've got a little bit of weight around the top of your arm or you're not very comfortable at the top of your arm, the last thing you want is a sleeve that cuts halfway. So I would either go for a sleeve that ends at the elbow or slightly longer. That way you kind of cover up that whole top area of your arm and it doesn't cut straight through the middle. So that's something to think about as well, is sleeve lengths. Now, if you've got a wardrobe and it's overwhelming, if you've got loads of bits in there that feel really aged and dated, but you're not sure what to get rid of or what to keep, definitely download my Capsule wardrobe planner. It's entirely free. I'll put the link here and in the notes. It asks you questions and gives you prompts to think about what to keep and what to lose from your wardrobe and how you can edit it by yourself. So yeah, definitely download that. Now, next up is tailoring. Tailoring can still be comfortable. I know tailoring, it sounds like, oh, you're talking about something I might have worn at work. Maybe you're retired now and you're looking at me going, I don't want to wear any tailoring. I am talking about structured clothing. You can still have structured clothing. It could be a tailored pair of trousers, maybe they've got a bit of elastic at the back. So it still gives you a little bit of give if that's what you want, the comfort. You don't want to feel like you're trussed up. But tailoring can work wonders for your body type. If you get the right cuts and styles, tailoring can pull you in the right places and enhance your best features. It is one of your best friends because tailoring usually uses materials that are much more structured so that they have much more support for the body. But like I say, you don't have to feel like you're trussed up, but a little bit of balance between your soft jerseys and tailoring can not only add a little bit of texture, a little bit of structure, but also a little bit of interest and make things much more interesting. And it also widens the scope of items that you can bring into your wardrobe. Because one of the things that I don't want you to do is to not only relax into orthopedic shoes, but also relaxed into jersey and stretchy fabrics and elastic. I know sometimes comfort is wonderful, but kind of step back a little bit and keep some structure so that it looks like you're still trying to present yourself in a certain way. Too much jersey and too much elastic does look like you've given up, and I think that instantly ages you. Now, the next one might sound really obvious, but that's dressing too old or too young. So I'm going to explain this because I believe in people wearing what they want. If you have a style and you don't give up on it, instantly that makes you look more vibrant and younger. It's when you start to move away from that and go for the soft, muted coloured clothes that actually ages you. So that's my take on it. But what do I mean by dressing too young or dressing too old? So dressing too old I've described already in several different categories. It is wearing drab colours head to toe. It's not thinking about colours, textures or patterns. It's wearing predominantly stretchy fabrics all over. Like I say, there may be some of you that need to do that for certain reasons. Maybe you have certain body issues. I'm not going to take that away from you. But it's mainly having all stretchy fabrics. It's like having drab colours. It's not really thinking about what goes with what. Now, dressing too young, what does that mean? I think it means dressing in a way that feels slightly uncomfortable to you. And that will be different for all of you. Some of you will still like wearing short skirts, maybe with tights, or maybe you've got a great pair of legs and you still wear them. And I say hat off to you. I don't believe in putting people into categories. I don't believe in saying to you, you cannot wear this anymore. It's more about where do you feel comfortable. And I also think as well, get a really good friend or somebody you trust to give you feedback. Don't mainly listen to, sometimes if your partner's one that sort of says, what are you wearing? Or your kids go, Mum, why are you wearing that? Get somebody to actually give you feedback, because sometimes they can be your harshest critics and not necessarily right. So always get that feedback as well. The other thing is crop tops. Crop tops is always the classic one. If, oh, you can't wear a crop top once you're past 30 or whatever the ridiculous rule is, I don't know. So with crop tops, I would say if your tummy doesn't feel like something that you want to show off anymore, that's absolutely fine. But one way you could get away with crop tops is to wear high-waisted trousers or high-waisted skirts. Comes up high enough that it sort of meets the edge of the crop top, so it's not really cropped anymore. Although it's cropped on your body, you're not actually showing off any flesh. That's a really great way of still dressing in those items but not actually feeling like you're too exposed. So with dressing too young, I would say it's more about you feeling too exposed, and you know, maybe someone says, oh, that doesn't look quite right, maybe try it like this. It's often a tiny tweak rather than you not being able to wear it anymore. Now, the next one is a really, really important one. And if you're going to listen to any of these, this is the thing that will make you look older before your time. And that is not thinking about your underwear, your lingerie. So there's a couple of different reasons for this. First one is if everything's grey and a bit saggy and a bit used, let's say, that's going to make you feel a bit grey and a bit saggy and a bit used, right? So I would always have pieces of underwear, even if it's not something you wear every single day and you like your comfort as well, that make you feel good. So it could be something that's in beautiful silk, or that's in lace, or that's got a beautiful pattern on it, or embroidery, or something like that. So always have those pieces like you did when you were younger. Now, the next reason why this is really important is because particularly with bras, and often with underwear as well, particularly if it's control underwear, it can make a huge difference to how your body looks underneath your clothes. So if you've not done recently, go and get a bra fitting. It's very, very important and will make a huge difference to how your clothes hang off your body. In addition, if you have a bit of a tummy, it will lift your bust away. And like I said earlier, where you can come in somewhere, you can come in under the bust and gently flare out. It will give you more space to enable you to do that as well. So there's a couple of reasons why your underwear is really important. The other thing is it's worth having underwear that works underneath different types of garments. Don't give up on that just because you're over 40. Still think about that, and still, you know, think about the colours and how like a bra sits particularly underneath your clothes, so that you're making the most of how you look. I want you to make the most of how you look whatever age you are. If you would like a community of women in a similar place to you and feel like you can communicate on a live once a month, consider joining my VIP area on YouTube. We get together once a month in a live chat. I put in special offers just for my YouTube members every week, and I also give them any of my special offers before anybody else. So you get to see what's going on before anybody else sees it. And last but not least, dressing just for comfort and not for your own self-esteem and joy. So what do I mean by that? Well, it is like going towards the baggy t-shirts, the sweatpants, maybe the leggings, all that stretchy kind of jersey, lycra type materials that just feel comfortable and they're functional, which is great. It's always good to have functional clothes in your wardrobe. They serve a purpose. I am just saying, don't have that be the be all and end all. Don't give up and just wear head to toe jersey, elastic in drab colours and not think about it. I want you to have some outfits in your wardrobe that bring you joy, that make you feel good. There would have been some point in your life where you put something on and there was something you wore that you felt the bee's knees in. You don't have to tell me what it is, but I'd love it if you commented below and let me know what it was, because I want you to remember that. I want you to remember when that was, what it was you wore and how that made you feel. It is really important to me that you have items in your wardrobe now that give you that same joy, because I promise you the thing that ages people the most is giving up, feeling drab, hiding in the background. It's bad enough over 40, you know, on TV and everywhere else, where basically you disappear as soon as you turn over 40 and you feel like you're not visible anymore. So it's your job to make yourself visible and make yourself feel good. And I would encourage you to do that. And please, if you see a woman walking down the street and you love something she's wearing, particularly if she is over 40, tell her. I do it all the time. It costs nothing. You know, when it runs through your head and you see that person, you think, oh, I really like that dress, or I really like that scarf. Tell them. It's not going to hurt at all. We need to support each other, and you need to support yourself as well. I strongly encourage you to not give up and to have a few pieces in your wardrobe that bring you joy. Don't worry about what anybody else or society tells you should be doing. The way that you will not look aged is by not giving up. Always think about yourself, your own viability and how you feel. If you need help with that, definitely book in for a little chat with me. I'd love to chat and get you back to your happy place. I hope you found that helpful today. Let me know in the comments what were the key pieces or the pieces that really made you feel joyful or happy every time you wore them. You felt like the bee's knees. I want to hear what they were and when you wore them. And I also want to know what you're going to do after this video to get back to that place. The biggest thing that ages you is giving up. So I encourage you to not give up. Please like, subscribe and share. Have a wonderful week wherever you are, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.